Hey YouTube, it's Kier. I'm all by myself tonight for the first time in a few days, and I want to talk. So I could end up making like 3 or 4 videos tonight. I don't know. There were a few things that I wanted to talk about that I didn't get around to the other night when I made videos because I made the video about Baltimore because I needed to talk about that in that moment. And then I kind of made the update video on the journey to the underworld because I needed to kind of temper off the way that I felt about the whole Baltimore thing. So I didn't really get around to any of the stuff that I wanted to talk about other than that. So all weekend I had my baby sister, my surrogate brother, and my surrogate sister, which I think I talked about in maybe the Baltimore video, I don't know. But I had them here from like Thursday or Friday until Monday. And then yesterday, my boyfriend had an unexpected day off of work, which is like a fucking miracle at this point because he's working 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. So to get a day off, it was like, fuck yeah. So I couldn't make videos yesterday because, we sat around and watched Vikings all night at Broad Church. We're still not caught up on Vikings though. We're like halfway through season 3, but at least I finally got him to watch it and he loves it, so now I can't fucking watch it without him. You know how that goes. And he's never fucking here. But anyway, so hopefully my plan for Friday was that my surrogate brother and my baby sister were going to be here for Beltane with me, and I got all this stuff to make this big dinner. I got, frozen pie because it's cheaper than making one homemade. And I got this big fucking pork roast, and I got the shit to make potato salad, and I got the seeds and the packs, to plant in my garden because I want to plant an herb garden. Here's the trick to that though. When I was a teenager, every fucking spring I tried to plant things. I always wanted to grow things, and I have a black thumb. Like, if I plant something, I remember one time me and my mother both planted a pack of seeds in this flower bed that we had. And her shit came up all beautiful and healthy, and my shit did not sprout at all. Planted them at the same time, did the same shit with them, but the ones I touched just would not even, they wouldn't sprout. They wouldn't come up, they didn't do shit. So, and then I read on the back because, you know me, I pick up these seeds and I pick up the little watering can for them, and I do that, and then I get them home, and then I read the back and I read how I'm supposed to plant them in something before, and let them like sprout up or whatever before I plant them in the ground. Well, I don't have anything to do that with. So I'm just going to plant them in the ground and hope for the fucking best. I got rosemary, sage, lavender, and chamomile. So I'm hoping that works out. And my brother and sister were supposed to be here to help me plant these things, but my brother took off yesterday before I got up, so I don't know if he's coming back on Friday. And my sister took off, and she's like, oh, I'm coming back, and whether or not she does, who knows. But I swear to God, here's what happens when I try to have like a family thing with these fuckers, alright? One, my boyfriend has to work, so I already know he's not going to be here tomorrow, or Friday. But I wanted him, of course, to have a part of the dinner before he goes to work. So, like I said, I got the pie and all that. He comes home, and he's looking through the groceries, and he's like, you got a raspberry pie? And I was like, yeah, raspberry, fruit, Beltane, woohoo. And he's like, raspberry is the one type of fruity pie I don't eat. I'm like, you gotta fucking be shitting me. So then, my baby sister and my little brother come in, and they're like, wait a minute, is that a pork roast? Yeah, we don't eat pork. I'm like, oh my God, seriously? So I guess, if all else fails, the one thing I can please them all with is the fucking potato salad, and I don't know, me and the dogs will eat the rest of it. Oh man, I tell you what. And then, here was the fucked up thing about the pie though. I had a choice between raspberry and blackberry. I like both. I hate vegetables, but I love fruit. I've always loved fruit. Now, eating them is not good for me at all. It hurts like hell. But for a pie, I'll like suffer through it. And I was standing there with my little brother, and I'm like, well, which one, raspberry or blackberry? And he was like, let's go with raspberry. So as me and my boyfriend are discussing the whole pie thing, he was like, wait, you could have got blackberry? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, that's my favorite. I'm like, I swear to fucking God. Can't win. I'm telling you, you just can't. Not with this family. I know that a few of you are on my Facebook. You might have seen where I posted, I think it was last week, about doing a thing where I read my stories on here and put all of the videos to, you know, both of my books, all of them, on here. I think I am going to do that. I'm not gonna upload the videos until I'm completely done with each book, just because I don't want to do that to y'all, you know? Like, it just seems fucked up. Like, read 3 chapters and then you have to wait a week and I'll get around to reading a couple more or whatever. But I do think that is a good idea, just because of the fact that not everybody likes to read a book. There are people who prefer to listen to one, and I'm only making like $7 in fucking royalties. So if everybody jumps on YouTube and listens to it instead of buying it, it isn't like I'm losing out on a fucking fortune. And to me, it's more important that I have people who are interested in my stuff than that I have money. Because, frankly, like I said, I'm not making that much money on it anyway. And not only that, my hope is that if people do listen to them and they do really, really like them or whatever, they'll post reviews, and then that might help me generate, you know, who in the hell would be mowing their grass at 10 o'clock at night? Anyway, that might help me to, you know, generate readers. I don't know. I do know that I work really hard with promotion, and I really put it all out there. It's okay, guys, it's just lawnmower. My dog lifted his head up, and my other little dog lifted her ears up because she's old and she's fat and she's part Chihuahua, so that's her idea of being worked. But I work really hard on promotion, but I am just one person in a whole internet sea of writers who are trying to get their shit out there, and it's just not, what I'm doing isn't working. So I'm trying to think of some new ideas, and this is the best one I've come up with recently, so we're gonna go with that. So if you've just been dying to read my stuff, but you don't want to read it on Kindle, or you'd rather hear it or whatever, give me time. I'm working on it. Let's see, what else there was something else I wanted to talk about. I'm going to do a couple tag videos tonight, because I always say I'm going to do them, and then I fucking never do them. So I'm going to do them tonight. So watch out, Zeus, it's okay. And on that note, I'm going to cut this short, because I can't think of whatever it was that I meant to say besides that. It's okay, Zeus, it's the neighbors. So, no, Zeus, it's the neighbors knocking on. Zeus, come on, man. Don't. Just don't. On that note, I hope that you all have a beautiful week, and that you all remember to smile